Good morning, Hilanders. We are your hosts, Allison Duffy.
And I'm the magical wizard who's lived for far too long, Katrina Cook. Halloween is almost here, and we are in spirit for the season, as you can see.
Welcome back to Highlander Highlights, Season 2, Episode 5. Today's date is Friday, October 28th, and this is the Highlander Highlights. Loaner Chromebooks need to be turned in to the library at the end of every day. Chromebooks that aren't turned in can potentially be charged to the student as lost, which is a large fine. Not to mention, we are almost completely out of loaners right now. Lastly, DoorDash, Uber Eats, and any other delivery service are not allowed at KHS. If food is delivered to the school, the teachers will eat it. Thank you.
Week, our girls' soccer team played Evergreen at home. The Lady Scots came away with 6-1 victory. Today, our football team will travel to Evergreen to take on the Plainsmen for the league title. If the team wins, they will host a playoff game next week. Also today, our slow pitch team is at the state tournament. The first round matchup is versus Walla Walla. You can follow their games at WIAA.com. Good luck. Lastly, during the weekend, the cross-country teams will compete at districts. Their meet will be held at Chambers Bay. Good luck. Yeah.
First Wicked segment, here is everyone's favorite, the Highlander Heartbeat with Natalie Bear.
I'm Natalie Bear, and this is the Highlander Heartbeat. Today we're asking people what their favorite Halloween candy is. Who am I here with?
Avery Ness.
What's your favorite Halloween candy?
Honestly, it's very hated, but candy corn.
I'm here with
Mikey.
What's your favorite Halloween candy?
My favorite Halloween candy is gonna have to be probably chocolate candy corn.
Chocolate candy corn? Huh. Who am I here with?
Michael.
What's your favorite Halloween candy?
Oh, definitely Kit Kats.
Who am I here with?
Aubrey Freeman.
Favorite Halloween candy?
Twix, especially the right ones.
Who am I here with?
Kenzie.
What's your favorite Halloween candy?
Snickers.
Yeah, that's valid. Who am I here with?
Martin Romero Renteria Jr.
Favorite Halloween candy?
Halloween candy, I like Jolly Ranchers. I like
What flavor?
anything that's not green, because green is low-key pretty bad. I know.
I'm Mr. Coburn.
What's your favorite Halloween candy?
Oh gosh, I like so many. Reese's.
Yeah,
Peanut butter.
that's fast. Who am I here with?
Vivian.
Favorite Halloween candy?
Twix. That's a good one.
Right or left?
Right.
Who am I here with?
What's that?
Who am I here with?
Ken Davis. Mr. Ken.
Favorite Halloween candy?
I just discovered Nerds candy corn. It's the most delicious candy. I ate the bag in is this live? No. In 20 minutes. And it was a big bag. I'm
Awesome.
embarrassed.
Thank you.
What's your favorite Halloween candy, Katrina?
I'm glad you asked. My personal favorite is Kit Kats. What about you?
I like candy corn. It kind of tastes like wax, but it's good flavored wax.
Well, at least you're honest about it.
Yeah.
Their slow pitch team heading to state. Allie Johnson and Emily Rowe caught up with head coach, Coach Frost, for this week's Scotty Spotlight.
Hi, my name's Emily Rowe, and I'm here with Mrs. Frost for the state special for slow pitch. I have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
Did your season go as expected?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, we're off to state here today, and I feel like at the beginning of the season, our goal was to make it off to state again for the second year in a row and hopefully come back with the trophy.
Big achievements. What are your predictions for state?
With only 8 teams there, I predict us coming back with a trophy, so hopefully in the top 4 somewhere. We have a big test in our first game. RA Long's on our side of the bracket, so that makes things interesting, but hopefully coming back with some sort of trophy, top 4 especially.
Be a good fight. Are there any players that surprised you this year?
I think a lot of our players played to what I expected them to do, and maybe some of them, did better than I thought they would do. But number one is Michaela Kennedy stepping up and becoming our pitcher about 5 games in. She's kept her ERA to about 2 runs per game, which is pretty darn good. And she's our second leading hitter. So I think she's been a surprise this year, but she's been kind of constant the last couple of years as well.
Yeah. What can you tell us about your first round opponent?
So we get Walla Walla High School for the second year in a row. We started out last year with Walla Walla as well. They won their by-district tournament, which means they beat all the top Spokane schools at some point throughout the tournament. They hit the ball really well. They have a couple home run hitters. They keep the runs low, so their defense is good. But I think they're coming up against a really tough Kelso team that wants to get that trophy.
Sounds like it's going to be a tough match. What's your favorite memory so far in the season?
The long 3-hour bus ride up on Saturday, so just a couple days ago. I think that was our best memory because we go out there, the team thought we were all really tiny, small girls that couldn't hit, and we ended up beating them 27-0 in 5 innings and got up 20-0 after 2. So I think we made a statement across the state that we can hit the ball and we play, really stellar defense.
That's impressive. Mm-hmm. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
This week's Inside Look, Lexi McGill sat down with Mrs. Contreras to see what all goes into the Highlander market.
Hi, this is Miss Contreras, and I'm Lexi McGill, and this is the Highlander market. So, how do you join the Highlander market?
You sign up for the retail merchandising class. You can ask any of the counselors, and they can make sure that you get into the class.
Okay. How do you know how many items to get?
It varies from person to person. Currently, we have a limit on 5 hot food items per transaction, just to kind of make sure that everybody gets a chance to get some food.
Okay. How do you know, so with the lunch systems, how did that work?
Well, we're completely separate from the lunch system over there, so kids basically have a little bit more options by coming to us, and we offer things that they don't offer in the cafeteria.
Mm-hmm. Isn't it like the kids kind of rotate throughout lunches? Like, if you're working here, you'll have like first lunch for a little bit.
Yeah, so our schedule is they get a schedule every 2 weeks, and they change jobs every 2 weeks so that everybody gets a chance to do different things, and then they take a lunch, and then it might not be the same 2 weeks later. They may have first lunch and then have second lunch. So
Okay. So what type of career path does this class guide you to?
This gives you retail experience, but it gives you basically job skills for really anything. Kids learn how to deal with money, inventory, customer service. That goes with a lot of things other than just the retail industry. So.
Okay, good. So what is the most sold item?
Most sold item I would have to say is cookies.
Cookies?
Yeah, we sell a lot of cookies.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for listening, and this is our interview with Ms. Contreras for Highlander Highlights.
This week, Amy Powell visited Mrs. Frey's classroom to give us a deep dive into what goes on in her class. Here is The More You Know.
My name is Amy, and today I'm interviewing Miss Fry.
Hello, Amy. I'm Mrs. Fry, and I teach art and photography here at Kelso High School, including advanced art and honors art, behind the arts, sometimes spirit art, and digital photography.
What do you feel was your biggest accomplishment as a teacher?
I feel my biggest accomplishment as a teacher is always when students leave the class with a good experience, and not just stretching their art skills and learning, but also where they leave feeling more confident about themselves, and just that the overall experience was a good one, and they would even come back again if given the chance.
What was the biggest obstacle that you've had to overcome as a teacher?
Well, I think every art teacher has to at some point overcome obstacles to deal with funding. So we have to do projects based around the materials we have, and so there's that. And also I like teaching because I really like being with my students, and so everything other than that sometimes is difficult because teachers have to do a lot of other things to meet our job responsibilities that are outside of just being in the classroom with students. So I just try to, it's just part of the job, but not my favorite part.
What is the best part about teaching art?
My students, and that I get to show them things that maybe they didn't know they could do, and help them accomplish and succeed with art, and just new techniques and doing cool projects and all of that.
If you had to teach something else, what would you choose to teach?
Well, I was actually working on a master's in clinical psychology when I started teaching, so I think it would be fun to teach psychology. Also floriculture and horticulture is really interesting, but I love teaching art and photo.
I like floriculture a lot.
Floriculture is cool.
What do you wish students knew that would make things easier for you as a teacher?
Well, I think in the advanced and honors kind of environment, because students usually have taken the class a couple of times, and I think they already know, just to be open-minded and to be kind and respectful to themselves, but each other, and obviously the teacher. And it's really nice too to know when you feel like a student's actively listening and engaging in your class, instead of sort of tuned out and not wanting to be there. And most of all, being a distraction is really hard on a teacher, because when the rest of the class is wanting to engage, somebody can throw things off pretty easily.
What do you wish teachers knew that would make things less stressful on their students?
Well, I feel like a lot of teachers do know this, but that maybe to show that students appreciate grace and patience when it comes to many things related to class and school and interaction with their peers, and just how to make that a little bit easier for them, and also to be easy to approach when students need help and have questions, because I think sometimes students can interpret a teacher being busy, or I don't have time right now, or I'll come see me later, as that they don't want to help them. And so just to be open and I don't know, there as a resource as much as you possibly can be for students, so they feel comfortable coming in for help.
That would be really helpful.
Thank you, Amy.
I've had an art class with you, and with my personal experience, it has been a lot of fun, and I felt like I have had a lot of freedom and the time to pace myself and push myself more to be better than what I was before. And being in there with everybody is usually, it's a comfortable experience. Like, it's a comfortable place to be.
Aw, thanks, Amy.
You can turn it off.
For their great performance last week during the Cross Country League Championships, Cam Madison and Jake were named this week's Athletes of the Week. Here's Evan Brown with that interview.
Hi, I'm Evan Brown, and I'm here with
Jake Beck and Cameron Madison.
And they are 2 Athletes of the Week. How does it feel to get first and second in districts and to be this week's Athlete of the Week?
I feel like pretty good about it. I feel that Cam and I have worked hard all season and it just pays off.
Yeah, what he said, it's something that I've been looking forward to for a long time. So it's nice to see it finally pay off.
Yep, and congratulations. What made you guys want to do cross country at KHS?
I did it at my old school, and just switching over, it seemed that I was going to have like a good placement on the team, and I wanted to try it.
I did track before I did cross country, so it felt like the next step, I guess.
Okay, and then how long have you guys been doing it, cross country?
5 years.
5 years as well.
What's your favorite part about the sport and why?
I like during the races, just that feeling, like when you're passing people, that you're like stronger than them. It just gives me confidence and stuff.
For me, it's just the fact that the times don't lie, and you can really see how the hard work influences the results.
Do you guys do any other sports here at Kelso? If so, what are they?
I do basketball and track.
I do track as well.
And then what's your guys' favorite Halloween candy and why?
Milky Way, because they're just the best.
Reese's, I don't know why, they're just great.
And I like Milk Duds. Thank you.
Well, this wraps up another spectacular episode of the Highlander Highlights. Thank you guys for watching. You can watch any episodes you have missed here on our YouTube page at Highlander Productions.
If you want to see more of us, or if you just want to stay up to date with your fellow Highlanders, check us out on our other social media pages on TikTok and Instagram at Highlander.Productions.
Have a morbid Halloween. Beware, kids.